any glasses, just make sure to mute yourself again, Pauline. And adjust your inner thighs down, bring the outer thighs out. Bring your fingertips alongside you on whatever you're sitting on. Really let loose your thighs down. Be evenly weighted on your two buttock bones and lift the sides of your trunk upwards from the hips to the underarms. Have a slight bend of your elbows so that you can feel the back of the armpit coming down and the front of the armpit coming up. And then the outer shoulders go back. And the shoulder blades come into the back body. Reach the crown of the head up and place the crown of your head right over your tailbone. And draw your attention with your eyes open, just looking from the outer corners of your eyes. Hi there, Elise, just have a seat there and we'll get you set up in a moment. Just look from the outer corners of your eyes, kind of diffusing your vision, shifting your attention to your practice. And bring your hands to your heart center and close your eyes. Connect with your breath. Feel your breath rising and falling, moving in and out. And allow your exhalations to settle you down, quiet you down. Allow your inhalations to open you up, refresh you, re-energize you. Feel your own heart center, that space just behind your breastbone. And start to magnetize your head towards your heart. Soften your face. Relax any facial expression. Relax your eyes back, relax your jaw down. You just have a sense of merging your head into your heart. Have some compassion for yourself. See again that you're doing the best you can with whatever you have to work with. We all are. And allow this practice of yoga to help you today. And please join me now for 3 ohms. Raise your chest upwards and bow your head downwards. Release your hands down to your thighs with your palms upwards. Raise your head and just gradually open up your eyes. Okay, and then stretch out your legs. Good. And those of you here, just come to the rope wall. Hi, Jen. Come right in between 2 ropes there, and you can come under a picture of Guruji. So just organize yourself. You'll have to move over a little bit, Elise, there. You can come there as well, Jen. And then we'll take downward dog with your hands at the wall. So just come right in between 2 ropes, right under a picture. Those of you at home, move your mats to the wall and take downward dog with your hands against the wall. If that's a challenge for your space, just take a regular downward dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to the ropes. So you'll need to come over to the ropes, Elise. And then Elise, if you come in late, which is completely fine, just have a seat out there and just wait till we're done with the ohms and then come on in. Yeah, it's just better. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and take downward dog with your hands at the wall. If anyone here would rather do ropes downward dog, feel free to do that if that's better, like what Marlene is doing. So Marlene, I just need you to move over one. So you're right under this picture so that there'll be room for Elise there. You can bring your mat over there. So as always, your first downward dog is just meant to give you some information. Just like when we start the class and we're sitting, you can see if your mind is really loud on a particular day as you're practicing, if your mood is kind of uplifted or a little bit depressed, you can see so many things. And then when you're doing your first pose, whatever it is, you can really see, is there some stiffness in my body? What did I eat? What were my actions the last couple of days? You know, it's going to tell you, how is my breath? Do I feel any weakness? Of course, if you do, if a lot of weakness, you can always come down into child's pose. That's super good, Marlene, but I'm just going to come up for a second. Come up for one moment. What you want to do with this is just make this this tail like super short. For this, yeah, super short, yeah, that's okay. And then you come down. Do you want a blanket or are you okay without the blanket? Okay, good. Hi, Nicole. Okay, good. Thanks for telling me. So straighten your arms and pull your arms up like long movie star gloves, right? Like you're just pulling your arms up away from your wrists. Feel the connection of your arm and your shoulder blades. And now pull your hips away from your shoulders and maximize the length of your spine. Pull your legs up into the pelvis. Connect your legs into the pelvis. And press the fronts of your thighs into the backs of the thighs and reach the heels down. There you go. If it feels good, stay for another few breaths. Otherwise, whenever you're ready, you can come into child's pose. Just bring your knees and your hands back a little bit. Big toes touching, knees apart. Extend the arms forwards. That's it. If you're still in downward dog, come into child's pose. Keep moving the hips back. So it's really a continuation. Sometimes we do child's pose, Adho Mukha Virasana before downward dog to kind of set it up. And many times we'll do it after downward dog because the actions are really similar. See if you can see that as you press your hands down, just like downward dog, your hips go back and your outer hips go down. What you want to do, Elise, is you can take Ardha Uttanasana. So stand up and put your hands against the wall and you'll be like this. Yeah, otherwise what you want to do is when you do, you want to have a bolster on. I can show you how to do it with the bolster also. Yeah, put your hands on the wall and then walk your feet back. Yeah, that's a good option, isn't it? Doesn't that feel good? Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then bring your hands alongside your head and come on up and come up to stand. And if you want to, you guys can, stagger your mats. Maybe Jennifer, pull your mat out a little bit. Nicole, Elise, and then Marlene, you can guys kind of stagger your mats. Have a block, have a medium block like this, just a medium block, and have a belt. We'll open up the shoulders a little bit. And if this doesn't feel good for your shoulders, be real sensitive to your shoulders there, Binu. So just have an unlooped belt. You're going to stand with your feet. The block is just at the medium level. And it's right in between the feet there. And then just have a belt over your shoulder. Those of you at home, if you can face the camera, it's always more ideal to face the camera like it's the front of your room. There you go. So just find your Tadasana, have your belt over that left shoulder, lift and spread your toes, come back into the front of the heels, pull your kneecaps up. Reach down with your arms and lift the sides of your trunk upwards, crown of your head upwards. That's it. Good, now interlace your fingers in front of your chest, turn your palms forwards, And raise your arms up only as high as you can, keeping your arms straight. Take your outer upper arms in. Keep those thighs back. Sometimes they want to come forwards. Move the buttocks down. Raise the sides of your trunk. Inhale. And then exhale. Take a side bend over to that right side and feel that waist on your left side elongating. Elise, see if you can have your hands like this and then turn your palms. Yeah, that's the way. Good. And take that side bend. Yes, get open. And then come back to the center. Inhale, and then take a side bend over to that left side. What happens is the bottom arm wants to bend, doesn't it? So straighten it, lift it. And then the head wants to rest on that bottom arm. That's it. Roll the right ribs back. Come back to the center. Nice. And then bring your arms back behind you and interlace the fingers behind you. You can use your belt if that feels too much. Just hold the belt about shoulder distance apart. So roll those outer shoulders back. Keep the palms open like you're holding a little basket there. And then use your left hand to get your right hand up your back. Get the right hand all the way up the back, keeping the right side of your trunk elongated. Raise this left arm up, reach it, turn, and then hold on to your fingers or hold on to the belt, whatever you can do. So Gomukhasana arms. Move the thighs back. How does that feel, Bino? Is it okay? If it isn't, give yourself a longer belt. Shoulder sensitive, bring your bottom hand lower. Yes, and keep the top arm, keep this elbow really close to the ear. There you go, that's it. So as the tailbone comes forward, the shoulder blades come forwards, but your head goes back into that left forearm. Good, just keep this arm really close to the ear. There you go, and then release. Super good. Now put your belt on the other side. Those of you who need that belt, bring your hands into the center of your chest and lift each finger up, one finger each. So that's the reverse interlace. Turn those palms forwards and raise those arms up. And then just go back towards your heels. And so you might even feel like your toes kind of lift, don't they? And your kneecaps lift. Don't let your head drop down or up. Yes, take your outer upper arms in and see if you can think of your rib cage like a big cylinder. And you're just lifting all sides of the ribs up. Sometimes we push the front ribs overly forward. That's it. And then bring your arms out to the sides and interlace your fingers behind you. That's it. And roll the shoulders back. You can start with a slight bend of your arms. And as you get the shoulder blades to come in, so the front of the armpit comes up, the back of the armpit goes down, and then straighten your arms and bring the tailbone and the shoulder blades forwards without letting your head go forwards. And then use your right hand to get that left hand up your back without shortening the left side. Really use that right hand to get it up. And then raise this right arm, roll the outer upper arm forwards and hold onto whatever you can. Go longer if you have shoulder sensitivity. How is your shoulder doing, Marlene? Is it up again? Yes, okay, yeah, I hear you. So go back into your heels, lengthen up through that left side, roll that outer left shoulder back, relax your face. You're still looking again from the outer corners of your eyes. That's it. Very good. And then release. There you go. You can move your belt to the side and you can move the block to the side. And then we're going to get a chair. So those of you who came out, you'll need to move your mat back to the wall there. So those of you at home have your chair. Your mat is again against the wall. And we're going to turn the chair upside down this way and do a few standing poses with an upside down chair. Doesn't that sound exciting? Yes, just what you came for, right? So you have the chair like this. Yeah, so the chair is upside down and the very top of the chair is at the wall like that. That's it. Okay, and then come and watch what I do. So I'm going to bring one foot up. Now, whenever you move the chairs, it's going to make a sound, like a cymbal kind of sound, like a big crashing cymbal sound. Sometimes it makes that like that. So notice I have the foot at the center of the chair and I have the toes up near the top lip. And then I keep holding on and I take this left leg back and I have a heel to arch alignment. And then I can just keep one hand on the chair leg and I can open up for a nice Utthita Trikonasana. Okay, so let's try that. So bring your hands onto the chair legs. Bring your right foot into the center of the chair and the toes up towards the top of the lip of the chair. And then take your left leg way back, way back. Turn your left foot out and have a heel to arch alignment. Keep your right hand on the right chair leg and bring your left hand onto your hip. And then open your body up to the side. That's it, Utthita Trikonasana. So as you press that right foot into the chair, see if you can draw your outer right knee up and bring the right buttocks and the tailbone forwards, keeping the left thigh back. That's it. Good. Keep that, roll that left thigh back. Bring your left hand here for just a moment, your left hand, and move this foot further up, really up. There you go. That's it. Yes. Good. If you have any knee sensitivity, this is a great way to do your poses sometimes. It really can help to open up the back of the knee. And then notice how long the right side of your trunk is. Keep that length, and then some of you can bring your right hand down to the crossbar. You'll see that there's a crossbar there, but don't lose the length on that right side. So the right ribs, keep the right buttocks and the tailbone coming forwards, roll the left shoulder back, keep your head right in line with your tailbone, and then you can lift your left arm up in a straight line with your right arm and reach your arms away from each other so the breastbone spreads. Utthita Trikonasana. Good. Now inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand onto the left chair leg and switch your legs. Are you okay with having your foot a little bit on the wood, Jen? Okay, great. Otherwise, I can get you a piece of sticky mat. That's it. So have a heel to arch alignment. Make sure that your toes are all the way up towards the top and your foot is in the center of the chair. Keep your left hand on the chair leg. Bring your right hand onto the hip and open your body up to the right side. That's it. And just feel, maybe you can get a sense of having your foot on the chair. It helps to invite that left thigh bone deeper into your hip. And it also helps to open up the knee. See if you can get any sense of that. And then your left buttocks and your tailbone comes forward. And you feel like a slight toning of your lower abdomen. The right thigh goes back. Notice how long you are on that left side. So keep moving the left hip this way. Yes, get longer on that left side. Keep that length on that left side, but some of you can bring your left hand down to the crossbar. I would just stay with your hand there. That's it. Yeah, that's fine. Roll that right shoulder back. Bring your head in line with your tailbone, and then you can raise your right arm up. Raise the right arm up and reach your arms away from each other. Open up your chest. Tailbone is forward. That's it. Now, bring your right hand onto the chair leg. That's it. And switch your legs. Let's do that one more time. So bring your right foot up. Bring your left leg back. Have a heel to arch alignment. Bring your left hand onto the hip. Maybe bring your right hand down to the crossbar. And your hand comes a little bit to the, the little toe side of the foot on the crossbar. Yeah, that's it. So straighten those legs. Keep inviting that right thigh bone deeper in. So you feel like your right hip is moving back towards your left leg, but it's also coming forwards, isn't it? The right buttocks and the tailbone forwards. Maybe you feel that toning of the abdomen. Some of you can even bring your right hand down to the right chair leg. You can bring it down to that right chair leg as long as you feel stable. Yes, that's it. Nice, Emma. Keep that evenness on both sides and then lift up your left arm. Tailbone forwards, right hip in. That's the way. Good. Now bring your left hand onto the chair and switch your legs. Bring the left leg forwards and bring that right leg way back. Utthita Trikonasana. Using the chair. Have a heel to arch alignment. Get your steadiness. Bring your right hand onto the hip. Maybe you can bring your hand down to that crossbar, but absorb that left leg in. So the left hip kind of moves back away from the chair, but it also comes forwards, as does the tailbone. The lower abdomen lifts. Good. And then see if you can keep that length on that left side. Maybe bring your left hand down. Maybe try for the crossbar now. Elise, try for the crossbar. Yeah, that's fine. You're good. And then lift up that right arm. Straighten those legs again. Lift your chest. Keep your head right in line with your tailbone. Beautiful. Now press that outer right foot and bring your right hand onto the chair. Good. Now just bring your hands, both hands onto the crossbar. Bring your left leg back for Ardha Uttanasana. So have the heel of your hand on the crossbar. Even have your thumbs on top. So the crossbar is here. And you're in Ardha Uttanasana. So the feet are just right under the hips. Have all of 5 of your fingers of each hand on top of the crossbar. So you have it on, on that crossbar. That's it, Anjali. And bring your feet a little bit further forward, Anjali. So you're in Uttanasana. That's it. And then move your hips back. Now you could walk your feet back a little bit, split the difference. There you go. If it feels better, David, put your hands on the legs of the chair. Otherwise, that looks good. Have the heels a little bit wider than the toes. Elongate the bottoms of your feet and make them broader, wider. As you lift up your kneecaps, move your inner thighs way back and pull your hips back away from the shoulders. And feel your shoulder blades moving into the back. Nice. Okay, and then walk forwards and then just watch for a moment. So you got the idea. Now we're going to do Parsvakonasana in a similar way. So now this one, my knee bends. My knee is bending, okay? And my left hand comes here. This hip is coming in. And a lot of you will bring your hand here, okay? And then we'll take this arm up alongside the ear. Okay, so let's try that. So bring your hands onto the chair legs and bring your right foot up to the center of the chair and right to the top. And then take your left leg way back, turn your left leg out, have a heel to arch alignment. And then maybe just bend your front knee, bend that front knee, bring your right hand on, keep your right hand on the chair leg, and then bring your left hand onto the hip and just open your body up. Yeah, so bend that front knee. Try to get your right hip as low as the knee. There you go. Go down, so turn this way. Roll this left shoulder back. There you go. Does that feel okay? Yes. Go down, so from the back of your knee, if you can get your foot any higher, do that. Yeah, that's it. Yes. Good. Okay, now some of you can bring your hand to the crossbar and have it on the little toe side. So circulate your right knee. So the inner knee moves to the outer knee. So that outer right knee goes back towards the arm. Bring the right buttocks and the tailbone forward. See if you can bend your front knee a little bit more. There you go. And then take your top arm up alongside the back of your ear. So there's a lengthening from your outer left foot beyond the left fingertips. Can you move the right hip any lower down? That's it. Reach the left fingertips towards that wall there. There you go. You can even look up under that left underarm. Beautiful. Now bring your left hand onto the chair and switch your legs. So Utthita Parsvakonasana with, again, the chair. Yeah, that's fine if you want to do that, Emma. Okay, so get your left foot as high as you can. Keep your left hand on the chair leg. Bend your left knee. Get your knee right over the ankle. Try to get your left hip as low as the knee, which might require moving your right foot further back. And then bring your right hand onto the hip. Suck the right hip in. Yeah, so that your pelvis is relatively even. Yes, the left hip isn't a lot lower than the right hip. There you go. And then some of you can bring your left hand down to the crossbar, move it more towards the little toe side of the foot, and circulate the inner left knee to the outer left knee so that that outer left knee starts to go back and you feel that opening in your inner left thigh. And there's a drawing back of the outer left knee into the hip. Bring the left buttocks and the tailbone forwards and then take that top arm up alongside the back of the ear. Keep rolling your outer right thigh back. Roll your outer right ribs back. That's it. Maybe even look up under that right underarm. Nice, you guys. And then bring your right hand down. Let's do that again on the first side. So Utthita Parsvakonasana. Bring your right foot up. How is it for your knee? Is it okay? Otherwise, do Trikonasana again with the legs straight. Repeat Trikonasana if it's good for the knee. Okay, so bend that front knee. Bring your right hand down to the crossbar. Some of you, again, you can bring your hand down to the right chair leg. You can bring your right hand a little bit lower. but move your hand on the chair leg closer to the seat of the chair so it's more stable there. Can you bend your front knee more, Anjali? Bend it more. That's it. Yes. And then make sure that your inner left leg is lifted, and then take your top arm up alongside the ear. How is this feeling for your hips, Jen? Is it okay? Keep that left thigh back, and circulate the inner right thigh to the outer, or inner right knee to the outer right knee. Beautiful. That's good, Marcia. Bring your left hand onto the left chair leg. Inhale. As you exhale, switch. Bring your left leg up and bring that right leg back. That's it. And then see where you can put your left hand. Maybe it's on the chair leg, maybe it's on the crossbar, maybe it's on the bottom chair leg. Move the left knee back into your arm, bring the left buttocks way forwards. Have your left hand, if it's on the chair leg, closer to the seat of the chair. Roll the right shoulder back, and then take that top arm up alongside the back of the ear. And roll your outer right thigh back. Roll your outer right ribs back. Nice, beautiful, you guys. That looks good. Elise, how does that feel? Nice, isn't it? And then bring your right hand onto the chair. Step your left leg back. And again, bring your hands onto the crossbar and walk your feet back. Have your feet at least hip distance. Have the heels wider than the toes. A lot of you stay here. If you have back sensitivity, bone density issues, stay here. Otherwise, you can bring your hands down to the floor, wider than your feet, in front of the feet. So Uttanasana, head down. That's it. Straighten the legs fully, keeping the hips right over the ankles. That's it. Better to keep your hands on the crossbar there, Alicia. That's it. Straighten those legs, and you can walk your feet a touch further forward. Yeah. Pull your legs up. Have some softer, smoother breaths in and out. Good. Now walk forwards towards the chair, or bring your hands onto the hips. Reach the chest forwards and come up. Super good. Let's do a thigh stretch. So just have your left hand near to the wall. See if that's, if you can balance there with your left hand. Is that close enough for everybody? Can you balance? Because I want you to hold on to this right ankle or the top of the right foot without letting your knee go out to the side. I want your right knee really close to your left knee, and I want your knees even. So I don't want the right knee way forwards. I want it back. Okay, so try it. So stand close to the chair, bend your right leg, and hold on to the ankle or the foot. Make sure you feel balanced. Yeah, that's it. Good. Is that okay? Can you do that? Yeah. That's it. That's okay. And then keep your right knee in towards your left knee. That's it. Let's see if you can get taller on this right side of your trunk. There you go. And then lengthen the front of the right thigh down. Try to bring your right foot just outside the right hip, just kind of like Virasana, if you know that pose. And see if you can bend your right elbow. Bend that right elbow. That's it. I'm going to give you a belt. Does anyone feel a stretch in the front of that right thigh? Yeah, that's good. So if you have a lot of tightness, you know you can do this anytime. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. And now let's switch. Good. So bring that right foot down, and then let's switch. Balance on your right foot now. Keep your right hand on the wall, and then I'll help you with that. And then once you have hold of your foot, make sure it's not, your knee isn't too far out to the side. There you go. And then move your left knee back, but bring your tailbone forward. The tailbone comes forward. Bend the left elbow. It's like you're trying to pull your foot up. Yeah, this is actually really good for your knees also. Very good to stretch those quadriceps. Tailbone forwards, shoulder blades in. Nice. Jen, you could move your left knee back just a smidge. Yes, that's it. And bring the tailbone forwards. Beautiful. And then release. Okay, so let's do Virabhadrasana 1 in that same way. So now you bring your right foot up here and you take your left leg back, but now you don't turn, you're just facing the chair. And we'll just do the first one like this with your hands on the seat of the on the chair legs. Okay, notice my back foot is turned. Okay, if you can't get your heel down, you can put something under the back heel. The thing is though, if your right foot is up, you may not need that. You may not need the support under the back heel if your front foot is elevated. So bring your right foot up like we've been doing, step your left leg way back, and your back foot is more turned in than it was for the previous two poses. Bend your front knee and get your front knee right over the ankle. Get your front knee right over the ankle. See if you can get your right hip as low as your knee, and which might require moving your left foot further back. Bend your front knee more, Anjali. Bend it more also, Emma. Bend it more. There you go. And then see, is my right hip further out to the side than my right knee? Can you draw the outer right knee back into the outer right hip? So bend that knee and bring your tailbone forwards as if there's a hook on your tailbone. It's coming forward towards the chair. Good. And now switch your legs. So step your left foot forward and step the right leg back. That's it. Have your back foot more turned in than the previous poses. Bend your left knee and get your left knee right over that ankle. And then just see if your left hip is further out to the side than your left knee. See if you can suck the outer left knee back into the hip. And then bring your tailbone forwards until you feel some opening in the front of that right hip. Nice. Good. And now let's switch your legs. Switch your legs. So bring the right foot up, bring the left leg back. Have a heel to heel alignment for this pose. Right heel to the left heel. Bend your front knee. Get the knee right over the ankle. And then only if you have your balance, please, if you feel stable, maybe just keep your hands there. Bring your hands onto the hips. That's it. Yes. And with your hands on your hips, don't let your front knee start to straighten. Doesn't it want to? Don't let your back leg start to bend. And then bring your left ribs forwards, and bring your tailbone forwards. Keep the crown of the head right over the tailbone. Beautiful. Hands to the chair legs. Switch your legs. Super good. So bring that left foot up, bring that right leg back, have a heel to heel alignment. Bend your front knee. Get the knee right over the ankle without letting your left hip go out to the side. That's it. Keep that left hip in. And then only if you have your balance, please, bring your hands to the hips. See if you can suck your left hip in towards your right hip, Elise. Yes, there you go. Beautiful, like that. Keep doing that. Now, bring your right ribs forwards. Bring your tailbone forwards. Make sure that you haven't started to straighten your front leg or bend your back leg. Tailbone in. Beautiful. One more time. Hands to the chair legs. Switch your legs. Switch the legs. Right leg forward, left leg back. Maybe your right hip is as low as the knee. That's good, David. Yes, that's excellent. Maybe you can bring your hands to the hips, so bend the front knee. Otherwise, keep your hands on the chair. Some of you can even raise your arms up alongside your ears. Virabhadrasana 1. Go back into your back leg. Bring your hips forward. Bring the left ribs forwards. Yes, tailbone forwards. Pull your whole rib cage up without leaning back. So don't let, that's it. Now, there you go. Bring your hands to the chair legs. Excellent. One last time on the left-hand side. Left leg forwards, right leg back. Virabhadrasana 1 with the support of the chair. So get that left knee right over the ankle, straighten your back leg. Maybe bring your hands to the hips. Maybe bring your arms up. And bring the right ribs forwards. Bring the tailbone forwards. That's it. Yeah, you can go in and out. If you have knee issues, you can go in and out, straighten and then bend. Is this feeling okay, Marcia? Straighten those arms, pull everything up. Beautiful. And then bring your hands down. Very good. Okay, now you can put your hands into this chair where your feet were, but now your hands are really wide and you're taking downward dog with your hands up. If that doesn't feel good for your wrists, repeat this one with your hands on the crossbar, Ardha Uttanasana, okay? So get your hands into the chair seat. You could also hold on to the side chair legs if that feels better, if you have broader shoulders. That's it. Have your feet behind your hips. The hands are all the way up towards the top of that chair seat. Push into that chair and just notice everybody's heels are down. Can you all sense that? Everybody's heels are down. So take advantage of that and really press your heels down, because that's the feeling of downward dog. Press those heels down. Binu, walk your feet further back. Lift your ankles up, lift your shins up, lift your kneecaps up. and press those thighs back. That's a good choice, Elise. Straighten those legs. Very good. Now walk forwards towards the chair. And come on up. Okay, good. Now we're going to do Parigasan. So get a couple of blankets, 1 or 2 blankets. I'm going to use 2. You can use 1 if you're okay with that. Once you see what we'll do. Okay, so I have my, so for this one, I'm not going to mirror you. I have my right knee on this blanket, and I have my foot a similar way, but now the foot is lower down. It's not going up so much. Okay, so we'll be here, and then I want to keep this length on this side as I bring my hand onto that crossbar. So Parigasan pose. Okay, so let's try that. So you can use 1 or 2 blankets, whatever you need under your left knee. That's it. And the right side of your body will face the wall. And then your right foot comes up onto the chair. Yeah, that's it. And it's a little bit lower down than it was for the other poses. Yeah, that's it. And your left foot is pointed. You have to bring your left knee in more, Anjali. So your left knee should be directly under your hip. Your left thigh bone should be in Tadasana. So Tadasana is your left thigh bone. So it's not out to the side. And for this one, you have a heel. Your right heel draws a straight line to the front of your left knee. That's it. Good. Now, raise your left arm upwards, really high up. Raise your right arm out to the side and just lift your whole rib cage up. Do you want to use 2 blankets? I used 2. It felt really good with 2 under that knee. Yeah. And then press your left shin bone down. See if you can move this foot a little bit more this way. Does that feel okay? And then reach over towards the chair crossbar. If the crossbar feels too low, for sure, bring your hand onto the chair leg. So bring your hand onto the chair leg, the back chair leg. Yes, that's it. And keep your top arm really close to the ear. Roll those left ribs back. Don't let your head drop. Bring this top arm really close to the ear. Is that okay, Marsha? And then bring your right hand onto that crossbar and bring your left arm up alongside your ear. Beautiful. That's it. So draw that right thigh bone deeper in. Bring the right buttocks and the tailbone forwards. Roll your left ribs up. Yes, nice, everybody. Look how even you guys are on that right side. And then bring your hands down in front of you. Bring your hands down in front of you and turn your body around. Nice, turn the body around for the other side. So Parigasan. Good, have a heel to knee alignment. Make sure that your right knee is directly under that right hip. Raise the right arm up, bring the left arm out to the side like Virabhadrasana 2. Yes, that's it, Jen, good. Find that evenness, inhale, and then keep your right arm right where it is. Nothing changes in that right arm as you reach over to the crossbar or to the chair leg. See what you can do. Yes, isn't that good? Yes, that's it. Good. There you go. And then press that right shin bone down, bring the left buttocks and the tailbone forwards. Hold on to this back chair leg if you can. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's it. Roll the right ribs back. Nice. Good. Bring your hands down in front of you. Beautiful. One more time on the first side. Parigasan. How is it feeling? Is it feeling okay for everybody? Okay, good. Nice side stretch, right? So Tadasana your left thigh bone. Bring your right foot up onto the chair. Have a heel to knee alignment. Raise your left arm up. Bring your right arm out to the side shoulder height with your right palm downwards. Nice. And pull everything up. Good. Now inhale. Think of going up and over, not just over, up and over. And then bring your hand down to the back chair leg or to the crossbar. Some of you can bring your hand down to the bottom chair leg. The bottom chair leg. Yes, that's it, Natalie. And then keep drawing that right hip in. Yes, just opening up this right side, fighting for the length on the right side as you get that length on the left side. Can you feel that? You're still fighting. That looks great on Nicole. Tailbone forwards. How is it feeling, Elise? Is it okay? Yeah, that's good. Okay, now bring your hands down in front of you. and switch sides. Last time on the second side. How is this for you, Marcia? Is it okay? Okay, good. So bring your left foot onto the chair. Make sure it's not too high up the chair. It's pretty low down on that chair seat with a heel to knee alignment. Raise your right arm up. Reach your left arm out to the side, shoulder height. That looks good. Anjali, that looks good. Emma, that's it. So think of lifting everything up. Everything comes up. And then go over. Bring your right arm closer to your ear, Anjali, closer to the ear. That's it. Yes. Straighten the legs. And I want you to look at all of these pictures in Light on Yoga, Anjali, after we're done. That's what you should do after each session. So press that right shin bone down. Bring your left buttocks away from the chair and forwards. Yes. Good. And open up that right side body, but keep the length as much as you can on the left. Bring your hand as low as you can. Beautiful. Okay, and then come up. Nice. And bring your hands down. Okay, now just move your chair off of your mat. You can bring it towards the center and you'll take downward dog now with your heels at the wall. Anyone here, if you want to do ropes, downward dog, feel free to do ropes. So those of you at home, downward dog with your heels at the wall. So you can watch Natalie, she's crossing the ropes behind her. And then when she comes into the pose, if you want to use the ropes, your feet don't touch the wall. So you walk all the way out and then your feet just come a little bit away from the wall. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like when you're doing the ropes. You could also put blocks behind you, but you don't have to do that. Nice. Those of you at home, push the heels back into the wall. So Jen, walk your feet further forward like Natalie's are, so they don't touch the wall. For the you're doing regular downward dog. Yeah, that's fine. So for you, I didn't see that. My bad. So just push your heels into the wall there. So when you're doing this, Marsh, pause for a second, because you have to have the ropes behind you. The ropes have to be behind you, crossed behind you. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Cross. Yeah, otherwise it won't work. You'll get stuck. That's it. Good. And do you have your hands on this purposely, this blanket? Okay, so let's move it away. Yeah, that's it. Good. That's it. Good. And then you come down. Perfect. And then don't walk your feet all the way back. So yeah, that's it. Walk your hands forward. Yes. Once you have your hands forward, then you can walk your feet back a little bit more, but walk your hands further forward. So push the heels back, lift the kneecaps up, or reach the heels down if you're using the ropes. And the ropes are really good because they're going to intelligize those inner thighs moving back and those outer hips moving back. Those of you on the ropes, walk your hands further forward and see if you can feel that length that you achieved in Parigasana. Do you feel longer on the sides of your trunk and maybe even a little bit more even? Most of us have some slight scoliosis, right? So when you do a pose like Parigasana, you focus on your shorter side and you learn to lengthen that. That's it. Those of you at home, you can always come into child's pose at any time. That's it. Those of you here, start to walk forwards for Uttanasana. Okay? Some of you, if you need to, I'll bring you a chair if you have back sensitivity, bone density sensitivity. Okay, so walk all the way out until the ropes are taut. Those of you at home, you can also do Uttanasana or Ardha Uttanasana with your hands on the top of the chair or the ropes. Yeah, those of you who are good with your Uttanasana, you can even hold your elbows. So maybe you're doing this pose, or you're doing this pose, or you're holding your elbows. That's the way. Yeah, you can also stay in child's pose. That's fine. So straighten the legs, switch the cross of the arms, flow the back down. That's it. Good. And then bring your hands to your hips and up you come. Super good. Now put your chair this way at the very top of your mat. So for you guys, it'll be towards the orange wall. And then have your blankets that you were using. I recommend just like open blankets like this. Yeah, so just and have those 1 or 2 open blankets like that behind your chair. And we're just going to do a few lunges. Okay, so I just have my knees on the blankets and I have my right foot forward. So this is the starting position. Good. The back foot is pointed, your hands are on the chair, and then see, maybe you can move the chair further forwards and move your right foot further forwards, and then move the chair. You can go, go as much as you can forwards so that you're getting more stretch in that back leg. Can you feel that? But keep walking your foot forwards, because for this version, I just want to keep the ankle right under the knee, and use your hands here to lift. So reach back through those toes. That's it. Move the tailbone down, lift up. That's it. That's it. And this is a very advanced pose, the very beginning of a very advanced pose called Ekapada Rajakapotasana, number 2. Good. Now slide the chair back. That's it. Close to your shin bone. Roll your back toes under and lift up your back knee and kind of lean forwards. Lift up that back knee. That's it. Now notice that your hip is as low as the knee, right? So that's what you're wanting to get eventually in Virabhadrasana 1. Can you straighten your back leg even more? Open up the back of that knee. Yes, that's it. Good. There you go. Tailbone forwards. Now bring the back knee down and let's switch. So bring your right knee back and bring your left leg forwards. And then walk your left foot further forwards and then move the chair forwards. And you can do that, 1 or 2 more times, but just keep your left ankle right under the knee. Keep the tailbone coming forwards until you feel some opening in the front of this right hip. Settle your body weight more onto the little toe side of that back foot and use your hands on the chair to lift. Lift your trunk upwards. That's it. Now bring the chair closer to your shin bone, that left shin bone. Roll the back toes under and lift up your back leg. Lift it up and straighten that leg. Keep your left hip as low as the knee if you can. Straighten that back leg. You can keep it down if it feels too much more. Is it okay? Once you got up, good. Straighten that back leg like you're pushing your heel into the wall. Tailbone is forward. And then release that. Super good. Okay, now watch what we're going to do. So now we're turning this chair around this way. And you just have just the chair legs on the sticky mat. Do that, and then you have this blanket over this crossbar. And then you open up this blanket like this. So this is going to be the setup. Okay, so open up that blanket like that. One more time larger than the rack size. And we're going to do, you're not going to do this, Elise. I'm going to give you a different pose. So what you can do, Elise, is bring your chair out, and you can also bring your mat out, even to the center of the room. And I'll give you a different pose to do. Okay, so we're going to practice Shalabhasana, the locust pose. So watch what I do. So I come onto my abdomen, and you might have to slide the chair further back. It really depends on, your body. That's why the chair, it's movable. But see how I have the tops of my feet on the chair? And we're just going to do, have the fingertips and do it like this at first. So Shalabhasana, the legs are straight. I'm rolling the outer legs down, lifting up the chest. And my hands are wider than the mat on my fingertips. Okay, so let's try that. It's kind of like a combination of Shalabhasana and Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Okay, so get ready for that. Bring your mat all the way out to the middle. That's it. Get the tops of your feet onto the crossbar and take your feet as wide as the chair. Take your feet as wide as the chair. Bring your hands in line with your chest so that your thumbs are lined up with the bottom of your breastbone. There you go. And come up on your fingertips. Have your hands wider than your sticky mat. Wider than your sticky mat. Hands wider than sticky mat. And then lift your upper body up a little bit without lifting your pubic bone up. And then you'll just sit here in front of this bolster. Sit in front of this bolster. That's it. You could come lower, Jen. Come lower. Make sure that your feet are pointed. Your feet are pointed, point the feet and press the tops of the feet down. You can always move the chair back. So lift your inner thighs up, move your tailbone down into that blanket, press your fingertips down and get your upper body to lift. Don't lift your pubic bone up off the floor. Go bring your upper body closer to the floor, Jen, closer to the floor. Yes, that's it. And then come down. Put your hands under your head and rest. Keep your feet on the chair. Move it further back. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Yeah, that's it. And then go back. And this is called Supta Baddha Konasana. So this can be one of your go-to poses. That's it. And you can have blankets here. How did that feel? Was it okay? Okay. So now we'll do that again. But some of you can, let's actually just do that one again, one more time like that. So press your feet down into the cross, into that crossbar. Bring your hands wider than your sticky mat. Bring your hands back in line with your bottom breastbone, and then lift upwards. Lift upwards, your upper body. That's it. Yes, now you've got it, Jen. Yeah, that's it. So it's like your body's in an arch. Tailbone comes down. Yes, shoulder blades come in. That's it. Nice. And then release. How did that feel, Anjali? Was it okay? Great. Okay, good. So now some of you will bring your arms back alongside your body. So you're going to do it with your arms back and your palms will be upwards. Okay, so it's a little bit more challenging. So if that feels too much, come back to that first version, right? So straighten your legs. That's it. And then go ahead and lift your upper body upwards. Yes, and lift your arms upwards. Yes, press your feet down into that crossbar. Lift your inner thighs up. Nice, tailbone in. Pull your arms back. Lift your hands just as high as the shoulders. Bring your shoulder blades in. Palms are upwards. Beautiful. Come down and rest your head on your hands. That's it. And you can always stay there. How's this feel? Is this good? Yeah, that's it. It's kind of a nice way to do it, isn't it? Because you can get your legs to lift. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Shalabhasana, classic pose. There you go. So make sure that you're more on the little toe sides of the feet. So lift up your legs, activate the legs, and then lift your shoulders, lift your chest, lift your head. Keep the back of your neck long so there's no stress in the neck. Lift your hands as high as the shoulders. Reach backwards with your feet. Reach backwards with your arms. Bring your tailbone in. Look forwards. That's the way. Good. And then come down. Rest your hands under your head. If it feels uncomfortable, you can take your feet off of the crossbar. Good. Let's do that one more time, but watch what I do now. So I'm going to move this further back. You might have to move your chair further back, especially if you have a taller body. And again, some of you can repeat the first one. You can repeat the second one. Otherwise, you can bring your hands here. So it's really nice, super person pose. That's it. That's it. There you go. So let's try that. One of either this one, or this one. You can choose. Okay, so try it. Shalabhasana. It's so good for your back, you guys, for your muscles of your back. Okay, that's it. So try it one more time. Get your feet up, and you can lift up your arms and hold your elbows like this. Yeah, that's good. Good. And straighten your legs, either the first one, the second one with your arms back, or bring your arms forwards on your fingertips. Fingertips, walk your hands higher up, be on fingertips, higher up. Yeah, there you go. Straighten those legs. Walk your hands up, tailbone in. Yes. That if it's bothersome to the shoulders, Marlene, just do one of the first ones. Yeah, that's it. Be on your fingertips, Marsha, fingertips, and then come down. If you feel like the wall was too close, just move your body and your chair back a little bit, and we'll just do it one more time. That looks good. Nice. Isn't that nice, Emma? It's a nice way to do it, isn't it? Okay, so let's try it one last time. You can switch the cross of your arms there. That's it. Good. One more time. So either bring your hands alongside you, bring your arms back, or bring your arms forwards. And go in two different directions. That's it. Pull your breastbone forwards away from the tailbone. Be on your fingertips. Lift the inner thighs, tailbone in, and feel that length on the sides of your trunk. and then release. Now take your feet off of the crossbar, put your hands under your forehead, and just have some deeper, fuller breaths in and out. Good, and then you can bring your arms to your sides and stretch out your legs. Okay, and then let's roll onto the back. You can take the blanket away that was under your pelvis, and we're gonna do Chatushpadasana. So have your heads going towards the wall, and you'll be on your back with your knees bent, and you're holding on to the sides of the sticky mat. Have your feet as wide as the shoulders, have your heels wider than your toes, and then lift your hips up. Lift those hips for Chatushpadasana. Lift those hips. Yes. That's it. So settle back into your heels. You can do this as well, Elise. Move your props to the side. You can do this one. That's it. And then come down, and then come down. Good, we'll do that again. So grab hold of the sides of the sticky mat, turn the biceps out, and then lift up your hips. Get your triceps closer together. Lengthen the fronts of the thighs. They might feel more open after what we did today. See if that's true for you. Get the tailbone to come deep in, get up on the top of your shoulders. That's it, Elise. Bring your feet closer to your shoulders. And then one more time. We'll do it again, so Elise gets at least 2. One more time. Good. Have your heels wider than your toes. And then lift up those hips. See if you can lift your chest more, Anjali. Lift the chest. Lift the chest. The shoulder blades come into the back. Yes, that's it. Get that tailbone to come in. Don't let your knees get wider than your hips. Lengthen from your outer hips towards your outer knees. Beautiful. And then come down. Very good. Now reach for your belt, and we're going to do Supta Padangustasana. So come up and get a belt, and have a belt on your right foot. If you need a blanket under your head, for sure take one. And for this Supta Padangustasana, just have the belt on your heel rather than on your arch or the ball mound of your foot. So we're going to take this pose, Supta Padangustasana. Pressing that left leg down and pushing that right leg up. And what you'll do is you'll take your leg out to the side. You don't really do this one. This is counterindicated. As you bring your leg over, you can bring that elbow down. There you go. Does that feel okay? Yeah. You can also move your left leg more to the left. Yes. So press that left leg down and think of pulling your leg down. Not so much like you're pulling it in, like we sometimes do, but pull it down. Pull the heel down so you feel like your lower leg is kind of merging with your upper leg. And the upper leg is merging with your right side of your lower back. That's it. Good. So just kind of getting that to, that's it. Yes. Press that left leg down. And then you can pull in a little bit, but focus more on pulling down. Yeah. And this is super good for your SI joint. Super good for that. Is that feeling okay these days? Oh yeah, that's good. Yes, okay. I hear you for sure. Feel that difference? Yeah, that's it. Switch your legs. Left leg up, right leg down. Have the belt on the heel. Yeah, that's it. And then just focus on that right leg, really press it down and lengthen it. And then see how this is getting a little bit shorter. So yeah, like that. Feel that you want always that evenness on both sides. That's good, yeah. Connect with your breath. And then again, pull down. You can kind of bend your elbows and pull down. And some of you can pull in a little bit if you have more flexibility, but focus more on the pulling down for today. Just after those very gentle back bends, side bend and back bends today. Relaxing the face, the jaw, the tongue. Just move when you do the back bends, the femur bones come forward. So now move your femur bones back. And then release that and just draw your knees into the chest, wrap your arms around the legs for Pavamuktasana. And you can do it, but with your knees really wide apart like this. Yes, does that feel okay? Yeah, that's it. So keep the lower back down, the tailbone side of the sacrum down, draw the thighs down. Feel free to have some space in between the knees. Keep the back of the neck long. So you're gently taking your body in another direction. Okay, and then release that. Good. Now, those of you who do chair shoulder stand, you're good to go. You can do chair shoulder stand. Let's just do this. So pull your mat out a little bit this way, and then you'll have your chair here. Those of you at home, we're going to do chair shoulder stand. So the chair will go here, have your blanket here, and then you can get an extra sticky mat, one of the black ones for the chair seat, and then your bolster can go here. Yes, no, you can do classic. If you want to do classic, for sure. If anyone wants to do classic, just have your heads going towards the orange wall. Perfect. Yeah, classic or regular is fine. The classic will feel really good. You can stay in plow pose for a little bit if you want to do classic shoulder stand. Do you remember how to do the chair, Anjali? You're muted there. I can show you just in case. So the chair setup for those of you at home, don't have your chair too close to the wall. So don't have it too close, and then your blanket comes here. And then your bolster comes here. And you have an extra sticky mat here. And I'll give you something else to do. Although you can do this eventually, Elise, but I'm not sure today is the day. Do you feel like you want to try it? Yeah, you can try it. Okay, this is fun for you. Just do me a favor and get one of those black mats. They're on the rack on the right-hand side. Yeah. Okay, so once you're in your pose, just go down and just bring your legs into Baddha Konasana from the get-go. Just bring your legs. You can do legs up the wall if you want to, Marlene, or you can do Setu Bandha. Setu Bandha or legs up the wall. With support. Yeah, with the bolster, so support. Okay, so sit here, facing those blankets there. There you go. Yeah, that's it. If you're doing the classic, come into plow pose, put on your belt. If you're using the belt, bring your legs over here, over the back of the chair. And just have you done this before?
No.
So FYI, there's sometimes a little bit of fear, right? Because you're going backwards. Right. So just be aware. And then bring your chin more to the chest. This looks good. Yeah, and then bring your arms through and hold on to the back legs of the chair. Bring your shoulders down. Bring your chin more to the chest. And then bring your feet here to the back of the chair and let your knees go out to the sides like you were doing earlier. Does that feel okay? Yeah, that's great. And it's giving your little one a chance to readjust.
Right.
It's really good for that. The inversions really help with that. They help the baby change positions. That's it. Now, make sure that your lower back feels elongated, and then bring your knees together and then lift your legs straight up. Lift your legs straight up. Ah, you got it, Anjali. Beautiful. That's great. Straighten those legs. Emma, bring your legs a little bit further forwards towards your head. That's it. And lift your chest a little bit more. There you go. Super good. See if you can bring your feet back here for a second and bring your left arm through, because your left arm is out. Bring it inside the legs. See how that's a little bit different? Yeah, it's a little bit different, isn't it? Yeah. And then go back up. Good. Soften your face, your neck, your tongue. Feel that affirmation of being here in class. I'm here to keep myself well, centered, less reactionary. more open, clear. And then come back to that Baddha Konasana position. That's it. There you go. And if you feel secure, relax your arms, take a different arm position. If you don't feel secure, like you're going to slide, just keep holding the front legs of the chair. And then for you, I think that's good for today, right? So bring your hands here to the front legs. And then you just start to slide backwards till your hips come there. And you just rest your legs on the chair. And that's it. And you just bring your arms out to the sides. Does that feel okay? Yeah. Great. Good. Have you done that with Marisol? Okay, good. Tell her you can do that now. Just have some good exhalation, some good breaths. Okay, now bring your hands onto the front chair legs and then start to slide backwards. Rest your legs on the chair, rest your hips on that bolster. Again, have some good exhalations. Now just take the bolster out from under your hips and you can rest it on your body. You can keep yours there. Do you feel comfortable there? Yeah, then you stay there. Yeah, you stay there with a slight elevation. That's it. And if you need a blanket under your head, keep your hands on your body and I can bring you one if you don't have one. That's it. Good, Marlene. I'll get you one. I'll get you one. Don't worry about that. Here you go. If you have longer hair, spread your hair like a big fan. So what that does is it helps to take the occipital bone away from the neck. So there's lots of space. Relax your legs on that chair. The legs can be as wide as the chair. Relax your arms, palms upwards. Soften the abdomen. And really relax across the top of your shoulders. Just let your breath be soft and smooth. Feel the muscles of your face start to relax. And then feel the skin of your face start to soften. From the forehead, it softens downwards. Spread the eyebrows away from each other. And relax the temples. And just follow your jawline down from the top of the jawline to the bottom and let that bottom jaw relax away from the upper jaw. Relax the very back of your tongue. Let the back of your throat be open. Let your eyes sink back. And draw your ears in and rest your ears on the back of your skull. And then flow the back of your brain towards your heart center. Let yourself be quiet. Let yourself be still. Let loose and let go. Now bring your hands onto your body. Deepen your breath. And then Elise, just take that bolster out from under your hips. And then you roll to your left side. Everybody else roll to your right side. There you go. And then come on up. You can sit on your bolster. That feels good, or anything at all. Bring your hands to your heart center. Raise your chest upwards and bow your head downwards. Thank you so much for coming and practicing today. Namaste.